What's up with it? How's everyone doing out there? It's your boy Eddie Steady, my Southern Opinion. If you are new to the channel, I bring you battle rap recaps, breakdowns, predictions, hip hop news, and much more. Now today we got J2 versus Bad News. I told you I was going to bring you the recap. I told you I was going to bring you the bar breakdown. And here it goes. This was a damn good battle. Yesterday off the first watch I had Bad News winning 3-0. Now today, off the second and third watch, I got Bad News winning this 3-0, but J2 did damn good. And before I get started on this, J2, if you're watching, I talked to him yesterday in the spaces, Bad News 2, gave Bad News his flowers. Told him, I talked to both of the MCs and let them know that I had Bad News winning 3-0. I said it to J2, you know what I'm saying? And I think that J2 thinks that anybody who disagrees with him is homophobic or something like that, or don't like gays. That's not the case, brother, especially over here. I went into this battle with a clear mind and not judgmental. I know both of y'all are rappers at the end of the day. It don't matter your sexual preference and what you do when you leave the venue. So with that being said, I went into this battle with a clear mind, looking at both y'all rap, and I like Bad News material more. He had more conviction. He seemed like he wanted it more. And I got every round on here. If you look, Bad News had longer rounds, way more substance. Now let's get into this. Bad News versus J2. Or just say Kane versus Drew. Alright. Kane goes first. Alright. That right out the gate. Who told you could be a bad bitch? They lied to you. I'm on bullshit. Cause Surf and Rock said they got extra racks if I body you. Yo, we can't have this, baby. Yo, 40, we can't have this, baby. You got to tie the tubes. Bitch, you really think you a queen? That's why I gotta beat your ass to drag it out of you. Fire. Had the bar about Jay to the hospital. He had the flower scheme where he said rose, dirt, tulip. Just fire. He ended it with Daisy. On days he ain't do shit. Then he joked around a little bit. He said, it's when we asked this dude, we flipped the coin, we asked him, do he want heads or tails? He may say both. That was funny. Bad News got comfortable. You know what I'm saying? You could tell he was comfortable out there. And had that bar, It's a Tech, the Jada Kiss bar, It Takes Two. You was raised under a gay roof. This 9-touch boys, It's a Tech. Fire, man. He had the Babe Ruth bar. If that's your man, stand behind him. Pause. Like, man, you gotta damn near pause everything now. He had the dunk on him bar, Josh Smith. I think it was block, something about block, Josh Smith. Bad News got niggas in the crowd saying, talk to that fruity nigga. Like, Bad News really went off this first round. He ended it with bet you not catch your fruity ass in the closet. I'm Mr. Biggs. And then he ended it with never scared. That whole little setup was nice. Like I say, Bad News was on his shit this battle. And like he said in the spaces, he really perfected his craft. And he taking this shit serious. And that's what you want to see out of these battle rappers. You don't want to see nobody bragging about how much they get paid and then choke in their battle. And then brag about them choking and then take more battles. You know what I'm saying? At this point, it's disrespect. Shout outs to Bad News for taking this serious and giving the people what they want to see. Now here come J2. He start off, I got a big gun. I got a pistol tuck. When y'all see me raise the pound, the weight is up. He said you got them views, but them were rock views, mountain climber. Then he had to OTF MZ bar. Then he said, listen, Antoine. That's a gay name, by the way. You know, like they say, some battle rappers, they say that they may say something they don't know what's going to hit. I can tell that was definitely one of those things he didn't think was going to hit. He said, I'm a bad man. Anybody with your last name gets shot and thrown in a trash can. Wipe off the gun and care less where the rag land. That was fire. You know what else is real? Bullets. So I mean, so many exit wounds, it looked like a hole puncher. He had the CNN bar, breaking news. J2 was fired this first round. I just thought it was a little shorter than Bad News. Bad News come on. He had the Penn State bar. They lied to you, nigga. If they told you you was a goon, I'm a mental patient with a gambling problem. And considering this winning streak I'm on, I know I'm about to lose it soon. Man, that was fire. I walked in this bitch in 2017, Rum Nitty, knock off J's. Then he had the Frank Ocean all in the same boat. Man, he had a lot of stuff going on, though, before he said that. That was just the ending, you know, Frank Ocean all in the same boat. But he was saying a lot of, you know, just talking about the, you know, basically gay community. And another thing, before I keep going, J2, it's like you got a crutch and you got something lingering over your head like a dark cloud. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, nobody asked you your sexual preference. Like, you volunteered that to us. So when you got homophobic dudes, you know, talking about you and, oh man, I'm gonna skip J2 rounds, you brought that upon yourself. That's the thing with today's society. You know what I'm saying? Growing up, wasn't nobody proud to be gay. Like, I ain't gonna say they wasn't proud, but you kind of kept that under wraps. You know what I'm saying? Where nowadays it's, hey, I'm here. You know what I'm saying? Y'all all, like, not only do you want to let the world know your sexual preference, but you just really throw it in our faces and put it out there a lot. So when you get the backlash you get for it, I mean, what do you expect? Michael Sam was a damn good football player. All of a sudden he comes out as an openly gay athlete, you know what I'm saying, in college. He get drafted by the Rams. He plays 1 year, clowns that year, gets all kind of sacks. He does real good. You don't see him the next year, though. Like, where is Michael Sam now? All because of his sexual preference. I feel like if Michael Sam would have just kept that to himself, he'd be in the NFL still. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, ain't nothing wrong with you believing in what you believe in, but you ain't got to make nobody else believe in it. You ain't gotta come to a married man who has kids and make me feel like I'm gonna feel like it's okay for you to have your sexual preference. Like, as a married man, I would never think that's like, I don't know. I keep that on that side of the fence. I'm on this side of the fence. You know what I'm saying? And I don't, as a married man, I don't want it thrown in my face. You know what I'm saying? Like, if that's what you want to do, that's what you want to do. But I don't want to hear about it every battle. I don't want to hear about it every round because you got J2 on one token. You bragging about what you are and you telling us what you is, and then when we say something like if you grow somebody out and they start saying homophobic stuff, how can you be surprised? Like, that's like saying you racist and you hate white people, and then when white people come around, or like let's say you in a chat room with a bunch of white people and they going off on you, like that's the same thing. Or if you white and you don't like blacks, but you in battle rap or black culture, they gon' fire you up, man. You know what I'm saying? Let me move on. I just felt like that. I've been hearing J2 saying Clubhouse, like, it's a lot of you dudes saying I lost this battle. Basically saying like, I think you homophobic if you think I lost this battle. I feel like we shouldn't go there. You know what I'm saying? Especially when you told us, like, we didn't ask you that. You just volunteered that to us. Hell, for all we know, our favorite battle rappers could be gay. We don't know. All we know is your rap. That's all we go off of is your rap. How you rap. If you believe in, like, whatever you do when you leave the venue, that's your thing. You know what I'm saying? If you got a man at home, that's you. That's your thing. That's what you want to do. Why you got to throw it out there? And then if you want to put it out there, don't be surprised of the negative feedback you get. That's all I'm saying. All right. Bad news, man. He had the Coast angle. Back to bad news. The Frank Ocean, all in the same boat. He had the Chain Smoke, the Bolts angles. He had the angles about the Colts in the NFL. And then Andrew Luck, he wore number 2 on his jersey. He had the Naptown. You keep talking something like you keep talking shit, and I'm gonna send you to Naptown, like I'm gonna knock you out and have you sleep. And they call Indianapolis Naptown, so kind of the same thing. I like this bar right here. He said, "I'm like C3 when I travel. I keep a strap around." Fire. That's our fire setup. Like, man, you can say whatever you want to after that. Man, he said, tell 50 we found the now I'm just gonna put a W instead of the F. You know what I'm saying? Cause I don't want my shit to get taken down. I ain't got no problems with that community, so I ain't gonna say no racial slur like that. I'm gonna change one letter to a W. So he said we found the wagon on the outro. Jeffrey Atkins. Say that was a funny outro on that 50 Cent, man. You know what I'm talking about. He had another bar where he said Holmes, you the landlord cause you can write at least. Man, that was fire. Like I say, bad news showing his pen. He said, "Why you shoot him?" He said, "Why you shoot him?" He said, "Why you shoot him in daylight? Why you shoot him in broad daylight?" He said, "I get it from the cops." Man, that Danny Rock bar was fire. Something about 2 bald heads, a bald head or some shit. But that was fire. Then he had a bad news scheme. What's bad news? Blah, 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 blah. What's bad news? That's how he ended it. At this point, this is 2-0. But we gotta let J2 go though. We can't just say that. So J2 second round. He had the Bad Boys 2. You would let a nigga shoot you and go home and watch YouTube. That's where we different. He had a bar like that. He said, "You pussy, and I know it because I hate the smell." Damn, brother. You hate the smell of sweet pussy? Anyway. Man, J2 say we wasn't making bail. We wasn't making. We didn't have a bail. The kind of crimes we was committing. And at this point, man, in round 2, I don't think J2 was punching enough. I ain't gonna lie to you. After that round that I just heard from Bad News, and then J2 comes on, you got to be punching every line. Like, Bad News was punching every line. If he wasn't saying, like, all right, this line here's a setup, this line here's another setup, bam, the haymaker. And then haymaker, setup, haymaker, setup, haymaker. Like, he wasn't going no 4-bar setups. He was going straight 2. You know what I'm saying? And everything was making sense, like, you know. But moving on, he had the Hansel and Gretel bar. Like when I said, he said he wasn't punching enough. That ended with a Miles Davis bar, Jazz and Miles Davis. Now J2 was saying a lot, but like it was like 8 bars in to get that. You know what I'm saying? He had the Heaven Sent. That was fire. He said so much white in the summer. It was winter in July. That was fire. He said, I've been gay 37 years, and the only bad news I'm worried about getting is AIDS. Then he had shots at Miami and Stamp. And see, that's what I'm talking about, J2. When you say something like that, it's like you always want to let it be known. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you know, I'm a married man. I got 3 kids, but you ain't gonna hear me saying, "Oh, I'm married. I got a wife." I'm like, or even me saying I'm straight all the time. You know what I'm saying? You know, you like, I notice every battle you saying something about you being gay. You know what I'm saying? So, like I say, it's a crutch. Then it can, you know, it's either a crutch or it's either a crutch or a curse. Let me say that, because you can use it as a crutch. Like, oh, they not rocking with me because of my prep, you know what I'm saying? My orientation, whatever. But, I mean, this is what you asked for. Yeah, also, it could be, you know, like I said, it could be a crutch or, you know, a curse. People can hate you for it, or you can get a lot of love. You know what I'm saying? You got LGBT, that's a big community. If you got all them on your side, you automatically got a lot of fans. You know what I'm saying? All the he, she's, and trend and all that. You got all them. It's a lot of them. Yeah, I'm in Dallas. They got their whole section. They got their own little section in Dallas. You know what I'm saying? The rainbow part of Dallas. So, they got power. You know what I'm saying? And if you look, all the higher ups, people with money, they like that. So, you know, just telling it like it is. Moving on, though. Now, this was bar of the freaking night, right? All right, we about to get, it's almost about to be the bar of the night. All right, like I say, J2 he got at Miami and Stamp. All right, now it's Bad News. Bad News really went off, man. He said burning like sage. He had an easy to block captain bar where he said, I beat this and made it look like easy work. Then he had the law abiding. He had the law abiding bar. Like, I broke out of jail to, if you ever seen Law Abiding Citizen, you already know that bar is gold if you've seen that movie. Now, I think this is bar of the night. Bad News says, y'all need to be on Twitter. He said something about Twitter. Then he's like, all that big capping, I can't take it. While you niggas be talking, I just be loading up cases. I dead ass be in spaces pointing my gun at you niggas' faces. Like, man, that's fire. Then you get the visual of him pointing his gun at his fucking phone or tablet, whatever, at the spaces. I get it. I'm in spaces, man. That shit, it's not for the weak of heart. Hell, you come up in that bitch, you better be strong. So, I thought that was bar tonight. Next, he had the COVID bar. He's had the Pops finally got me a Sega, and it got confiscated because he stole it. That was fire. Bad News was talking in this third round. Man, he had that bar where he said, the funeral, everybody related to you. At this point, I'm like, man, he fucking him up. Why you shoot Jay? My lawyer said because he was wide open. Power scheme. Man, he was fucking him up this third round. J2. Man, J2 had his bar tonight in the third round also. And I love to mess out this bar. Shout outs to J2. He had Hustle Your Cousin, the Flintstones, the Michael Jackson bar. He had a slight stumble, and it was a short round. But, man, he had one of the best fire bars of the night when he said, keep thinking I'm sweet, like milk and cookies, and you're going to wake up to him downstairs. Man, that was fire. That was fire. Hey, I'm feeling that, J2. That was up here. You know what I'm saying? But this was a good battle. I enjoyed it. I watched it 2-3 times. I got Bad News winning this, but no slap to J2. You gonna get your plates because you didn't choke in this. You didn't stumble, bumble, and fumble through it. You got through your material. Bad News really showed out. Shots out to you again, my brother. Salute to you. I give credit when it's due. And both of you boys did good. Both of y'all did good. I want to see y'all next battles. J2, my opinion don't mean shit, but I feel like, man, just focus on rapping and perfecting your craft. At the end of the day, everybody knows your sexual preference. You don't have to keep throwing it out there because it's a lot of people that don't like that. So, with that being said, this is my Southern opinion. Thank you for watching. Until next video. If I tell you a duck can pull a truck, man, hook that motherfucker up. We holler at y'all later.